This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that LeVar Walker Show, turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that LeVar Walker Show. Oh yeah, you turn scars into skits, old wounds into bits. Every call in, every friend feels like Sunday once again. From the grind to the glow up, glass half empty, you pour more up. You take the weight we hold below and lift it on the LeVar Walker Show. This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that LeVar Walker Show, turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that LeVar Walker Show. Hey, some days heavy, some days light. You still find a way to make it feel alright. When the world's too loud, when the bill's too high, I press play, hear your voice, and I remember why. This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry.
Yo, let me take this off here. What's happening? What's good, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back. We're back again. Welcome back to the greatest show on the face of the earth. This is the LeVar Walker Show podcast. We are here. We are in the building. Greatest show on earth. Nobody's ice is colder than mine. And also, nobody's ice is colder than yours. A lot of people ask me what I mean by that. What I mean by that is you have to focus on you. You have to focus on what you have going on because that's going to affect you the most. So me saying nobody's ice is colder than mine is just me saying it can't be colder than mine because what any other person has going on will not affect me. That's not going to change my stature. It's not going to increase my money. It's not going to do anything for me. So nobody's ice is colder than mine and nobody's ice is colder than yours. Hold that message, man. But what's up? How y'all feeling, man? What's good? What's good in these streets? I know I've been gone a few days. You know what I mean? I'm trying to really get back in the rhythm of doing this. But, yeah, we are here. We are here. A couple of things I want to talk about. Shout out to Jesse pulling up in the chat. Jesse TD5P. Thank you for pulling up. But we got a couple of things we want to talk about. And the first thing I want to talk about is this scammer who was found floating in his pool. He was a scammer and he targeted NFL players. And listen, I just want to say, you know, to you guys that's out there scamming, you know, you're doing credit, whatever you're doing, it's all a hustle. Credit to cash. Everybody want to do everything but just work. Everybody wants to do everything but just work hard, go through the down times and figure things out. So this particular scammer ended up floating in the pool. People not playing about their money in 2026, man. Things are getting a lot tighter. People don't have time to play. So to all you scammers out there hustling, just beware. Just beware. When you're milking people out of millions of dollars and all their income, they might come for you, and you might find yourself in a pool floating. This is what's happening now. And you know what's so interesting about this? I commented on a post yesterday. It was a post by, I don't know if y'all know Funny Salesman. So Funny Salesman, he's a guy that goes around and he pops up on celebrities and he asks to clean their shoes and he might, you know, he'd make these little rhymes, these little jokes up as he's asking to clean. And, you know, I've been knowing you since Moby Dick was a minnow. why don't you help a black kid sell something except crack, not dope? I'm selling soap, things like that. Very cool. But he was talking about uh, having a job. And he was saying, how his time is not worth the job because he's made $5,000 to $10,000 in like an hour, doing this or that. And I commented on this post and I said, that's cool. That's great. You could be a door-to-door salesman, right? But being a door-to-door salesman or going into any entrepreneurial endeavor, there are times when you're starting up, you're making nothing. You're making no money. So a job can be used for capital for you to invest in your business. That's all. I got pushback. This new generation, I don't know what's going on in their mind. I don't know if they think the money just falls out of the sky and you just start some shit because they're falling victim to the scammers. They're being lied to. These guys are doing these YouTube videos and they're just lying. You know how easy it is for me to go rent a Ferrari and have some fine chick come up with bags in her hand and tell y'all I'm doing something I'm not, or how easy it'll be for me to stand in front of a home being built to tell you I'm a home builder. And that's just not the truth. But a lot of these kids and our youth are being fooled by these scammers online, and you just have to beware. So when I said that, I got a lot of pushback, and I'm like, look, I'm not knocking it, but you got to understand with entrepreneurship, there are times where things are full and plentiful, and then there's times of winter. There's times of drought. It happens, but we can't job shame people. People shouldn't be job shamed. And that's what I feel they're doing. So when he talked about knocking and being a door-to-door salesman, making those thousands of dollars, the only thing I said was you didn't mention when you knocked on maybe 1,000 doors and made zero. Because that's typically what happens in sales. Real estate agents, who's ever selling something, there are times of lack. But in those times, you don't want to, it's okay. If you get a job, it's nothing wrong with that. There's an honest living, a way to work, a way to grind, and then you're not putting yourself in a position where you have to beg people because your ego and your pride is keeping you too cool for a job. Too cool to work and make some money. So that's all I was saying. So now you got these scammers like this scammer here. And we're gonna talk about this right now. So let's pull this up. Let's see what we got.
You have the new twist in this investigation into alleged mastermind behind $1 million scheme targeting former NFL players and other athletes.
Yeah, there's a tough story here. So reportedly the pitch was invest your money in an e-commerce store selling a variety of items and recoup your investment plus a majority of profits. And the numbers looked great, but they were apparently falsified, manually entered by the alleged perpetrator of the scheme, who was found dead and now leaves behind a trail of questions.
This morning, authorities are investigating the death of Mohamed Koulibaly, the alleged scammer accused of targeting multiple former NFL players with a fake e-commerce scheme. According to police, the 24-year-old's body was found Friday in the swimming pool of a Harrison Township, New Jersey home by officers making a welfare check after family members called in concerns about his well-being. The discovery coming just weeks after a Barron's investigation named Koulibaly as the organizer of a purported scam that sought to swindle professional athletes by selling them stakes in bogus web stores.
The athletes and other investors would buy into these e-commerce shops that seem to be doing really good business based on the sales logs that they were able to review. But we were able to determine that those transactions were manually input by somebody with access to the back end of these stores. And the purpose of this was to make these athletes think that they had these successful investments in these shops.
3 former NFL players telling the outlet they collectively lost more than $1 million in investments made with Koulibaly.
Weeks and then months went by, and Mohamed always had a different excuse for why why he wasn't paying them. And finally, they just realized they were potentially being scammed.
Former New York Giants linebacker Tay Crowder says he became a victim after connecting with Koulibaly through a friend.
It was just every day talking about different investments and different things we could possibly get into. I saw him hanging out with a bunch of different guys that I knew, which, made me feel comfortable.
Crowder invested all of his savings, totaling $500,000 in one of Koulibaly's web stores.
I would log into the store all the time and just see, how it would work and what was going on. I feel like the more I told him about that, as many times I kept logging in, the numbers started going up.
But his promised payout never came.
I don't want anybody else to get involved in anything like this, and whoever has got involved, I just want to come together and make it right.
And earlier this year, Koulibaly had denied to Barron's that he was behind any kind of scam, saying that their reporting was, quote, based on a misunderstanding of the technology and that his investors hadn't received returns from their deals because he himself hadn't received expected funds from a planned acquisition of his venture. So far, no criminal charges have been filed connected to the alleged scheme, but Koulibaly's accusers are now hoping they can finally get some long-awaited resolution.
Yeah, good that they came forward.
I just want to say, this is what typically happens. So this particular guy, he was, hanging out. And this is what happens because, being in the industry, you see this all the time. A nothing ass nigga comes around, celebrity. They have on the watch, which is probably fake jewelry. They look nice, probably fake clothing. Everything is fake. And they come around these athletes and they come around these people and they do business. You know how he probably did business? In the name of black excellence. This is what they typically do. Okay? So he's cool with everybody. He's kikiing. Everybody like, man, he fly. The little NFL player, man, he fly. And then he just started using big words, big financial words, vocabulary and all that shit. And now you got these guys on the hook. This is what happens every time. When I'm in places and when I'm in places or if I'm socializing at any entertainment event, I just laugh. Because I look at people, I'm like, what are you here for? Who is this? Who is this motherfucker? Why is he here? He don't do shit. He's a leech. He's a leech. This is what happens. So the leech got them on the hook and he began to suck resources out of these people. And as far as I'm concerned, hey, it's unfortunate what happened to him, but, karma works in very mysterious ways. I'm not saying there was foul play. I don't know. Maybe he had a heart attack in the pool. But to just go around leeching and taking people's money and all that shit, that's why when it comes to these dick holders, like there are men out here that just hold dicks, like they literally just dick riders, hanger-ons, clout chasers. I am very wary of these people, and I have to get away from them. I'm typically by myself all the time. As I've told y'all before, I don't really have any friends. My friends are my family. Those are my friends. You know what I mean? Like when I'm out here in the world, I understand what this is. So I'm not typically going around with my hand out looking for something from somebody. And it might even be to my own detriment. But at the end of the day, we have to be wary. You have to open your eyes. They're lying. Most of these people are lying to you. They're lying. Whenever the guy comes out with the ebook and he says, I've made so much money, I want to teach you how to make this money. He's teaching you how to make the money because the money he was making is done. It's dried up. It's dried up. Nobody's going to increase their competition. Nobody's going to come and they're making $40,000, $50,000 a month or $200,000 a month or $1 million a month and go, you know what? I'm making too much money. I can't take it. let me write an ebook to teach others how to do exactly what I do so I can increase my competition and make more money. The ebook is full of shit. And it almost got me. I keep it a bean, man. I had I had looked into something because I was gonna get into selling merchandise or whatever. So this guy, I guess I'm not gonna say his name, but I guess, influence. I saw him doing this thing, and he did have a successful line with a piece of clothing that he put out. So he was running these courses. So I said, you know what, let me just see. Let me see what's up. And I put my email in. I signed up for the course. So I get a call. This is the call that I got. May I speak to LeVar? I'm like, yeah, this is LeVar. Oh, wow. We just got your information in regards to the marketing course for merchandise. And I'm going to tell you, based on what we've seen from your application, you have everything that we will want in this program, because we don't typically just pick or choose anybody for this program. And I go, what? That's right. And you've been selected out of the hundreds of thousands of applicants that we have. We've selected you. I'm like, really? Yeah. How does that feel? And look, I just play along. I play stupid. I'm like, man, this is great. I can't believe this. And then they get to talking. Yeah. So, typically our course is $5,000, but, based off everything we see here, we're going to offer you a discount of $1,500. We're going to take it down from $5,000 to $1,500. How's that sound? I said, that sounds great. But then I started playing real stupid. But I said, only $1,500? I think it should be more. And then they go, what do you mean? I think it should be more. Why not? Why even give me the discount? You don't even know me. But we saw your stuff and it's great, but you don't know me. But we saw it and it's great. So I go, no, you guys are better. And your information is so important to me. Why not 20,000? And they go, what? Why would you want it to be? Because I want it. Come on. I think you're selling yourself too cheap. This is when it gets interesting, because I go, well, listen, if you're going to fuck me, don't just put the tip in. Take it all the way. And that's when they get confused and typically hang up. But most of these people are scamming, man. You just ask them, well, what do you do for a living? And they can't really explain it. It's like, bro, you just full of shit. Like, stop it. Especially the black scammers who prey on the community. The black scammers are the worst because they prey on the community in the name of blackness. Like the terms black excellence, king, you know what I mean? Grand rising. That's when they scamming. That's when it happens. And then they get these minion people who are brainwashed to get on their side to call you for calling them out a hater. This is what's been happening the last 10 to 15 years in these e-commerce games and these scams. So it's really messed up, man. Shout out to Soul Tales from the Void. Shout out to Marcy Unlimited. Todd Campbell's in the building. Robert Williams, I see you, good brother. Daryl Williams, thank y'all for pulling up to the chat. Also, too, I went to see Spider-Man, y'all. I went to see Spider-Man. I took my son. We went to watch Spider-Man in 4DX. 4DX is cool, but at this point, I'm a little annoyed by it. So 4DX is like, okay, you have 3 movies. Well, 4DX is like extra effects. So it's not only is it 3D, but then they got wind blowing out the seats, water squirts in your face, and the chairs move, in sync with the movie. So you're more into the film. Now it's annoying because if you have any type of popcorn or food and you trying to eat, and I mean, I got nacho sauce all over my shirt, but other than that, I'm gonna give a movie a thumbs up, 10 out of 10 movie. It was a love story, and it's really, really good. So go check it out. No, it's good, and I'm not. There's no ad. I didn't get no ad dollars for this, but it was a good movie, and I loved it because that's my son 11. I don't have much longer for us to enjoy these types of times. He's growing up, so we always bond through these movies, from Spider-Man to Sonic the Hedgehog, and what other movies? Avengers. These movies he likes to go see. And the saddest part about this film, well, not specifically the Spider-Man film, but one of the saddest things was, man, they coming out with a Paw Patrol movie, and I remember being little, and Paw Patrol was our thing. You know what I mean? I love Paw Patrol, and he was a baby, and it was just so innocent. And I said, "You want to go see Paw Patrol?" And he's like, "Nah, Dad, I'm good on that." You know what I mean? So he growing up, and that was the saddest part, just watching him. He's getting big, and it's what it is. But yeah, guys, shout out to Eric Mendenhall. Oh, thank you, Cedric. I appreciate you, Cedric Spoon Risper. Thank you, brother. Shout out to the Eric Mendenhall, 2867. No, it's doing well too, and it look like it's gonna hit about a $2 billion box office, so it's good. Only times I even really go to the movies is to see like a special effects movie. I'm not going to the theater to watch something that I feel like should be streaming. I'm just gonna wait for that to come out at the house, because I pay an extra premium ticket because I'm doing the 40X and I just want to get the effect. The only other movie I saw that I had to go see Michael Jackson, of course. Michael was just, I loved it. What's happening, Thomas Bryant? Thanks for pulling up, bro. I see you with your shirt on, man. What you doing with that shirt, man? But yeah, guys, that's what it is, man. I'm glad y'all having a good day today. Everything is going good. Now, this is sad. Let me show y'all how weak we becoming as a society. This is happening at the University of Michigan, where, look at this. Oh, Lord. I can't play the music. Well, anyway, the University of Michigan just revealed they will hide freshman grades to curb mental illness. What? So you're hiding the grades from the children? Like, are we that weak now where they can't see the grade? Well, if you're going to hide the grades, there's no point for a grade system as a university. What are we talking about? I cannot believe, man, the way we headed right now, bro. This is really sad. Like, how do you, what if do y'all have kids in medical school, engineering? They need to see their progress. I'm sorry. And you have to put in point that, listen, to fail is not failing. Fail is first attempt in learning. Let's break that down to an acronym. First attempt in learning. You learn from the failure. So these children have to get stronger with rejection. When you get rejected, it's okay. It's okay. You go on to the next one. You keep moving along. But we can't build a strong society with this. Could you imagine putting these kids out into the world and they're not meeting goals? They're not meeting, the assigned task. You can't show them like, productivity is down 30%. They have a mental health breakdown. That's just too soft, man. We gotta do something about that. That's insane. That is insane to me. Look, and when I talked about, I know I was talking about scamming, and I know I'm getting off topic here, but when I'm talking about this scamming, I want to show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. This is what I mean. Look at this.
So I swipe the debit card information in. All the information goes straight to my phone.
Educational purposes only.
After I do that, I grab the blank, swipe it through. The information that's came from the debit card to the blank. Now I can go to the ATM, go to Louis Vuitton store. I can go anywhere I want with the blank band because I've transferred the information from the debit card over to the blank. So
Wow.
I had already broke it down to y'all on the podcast how you're able to get the pin codes and shit
He is doing a DIY on scamming.
for the cards. That's basically just going through the process of getting the OTP bot. Once you get the pin code and shit, you're gonna be green. So swipe the card, debit card, put it on the blank. You have the pin code 1234 4256. Go to the ATM. Go to Louis Vuitton store, swipe that shit, you get cashed out, man. Hey, look,
Go yard.
so, boom, this is with the blank shit, man. I'm finna basically hit a play live in front of y'all real quick.
Uh-oh.
For a day.
Now listen, as the jails empty out from like gang violence and random shootings, they're getting ready to fill it back up with scammers. You know, for this kid to be doing this, like, bro, you don't even realize how dumb is he to not even realize, bro, if I'm watching this, you don't think the FBI is watching this? What are we doing?
Debit card, man, you feel what I'm saying? So, all right, boom, hold on. Give me 1 second.
You're breaking it down, guys.
Hey, look, so.
Y'all wanted to see behind the scenes. You heard him on the podcast. Now you see how he moved for real.
Let's say, hey, look, man, yeah, y'all see this shit, you feel what I'm saying? We got the best of the best, the nice high rise, downtown, water view, racks. Just came with some bitches last night, had like 6, 7 bitches in the section that I got for free. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, something I learned, the richer that you get, the more free shit that you get.
Yeah. The more your face card stands better than your credit.
Bro, his ass about to be in jail. They gonna put his ass in jail. This is what's gonna happen. This is so sad.
The card when you one of the ones.
Oh God,
Y'all gotta know that.
Man.
Yeah.
So look, all right, man. Let me hit a quick play for y'all real quick. Hold on, okay, come over here real quick. So look, boom. So let's say I got your card info, right? Boom, I go in there, link a new card.
You're breaking it down, man. You see the racks.
Once I link a new card, man, you basically type in all the information right here on Cash App. And you can see it right because my screen got a like privacy screen.
Yep, I can
But
see
boom,
it.
You type in all the info right here. Let me type in this info real quick. We finish this 30K play, man.
30K?
30K. You feel me?
30K to the scout.
All right, boom.
You see the views.
You know, the funny part is that's more than likely a federal agent that's filming him. That's the funny part about this.
Let's do it. Y'all see 30,000.
30,000 ad.
Face ID.
Face ID.
That's
You
it.
add it. You see that? Oh, man.
We going crazy, man.
What?
This is just surreal. But this is what's going on. So like when Carisha does the song "Where My Scamming Ass N-Words At," you know what I mean? Go in that Goyard bag. This is the culture that it generates. Like, yeah, and I get it. People like, well, people should really be on Carisha for this, that, whatever. And I get it's a catchy song, but it also creates this where he's so brazen in robbing and stealing and being a scammer that he's making do-it-yourself YouTube videos. Okay? And as we know, the prisons are for profit. And, you know, housing, once housing becomes available in prisons, they're able to sue the state. So, of course, they're going to change laws. They're going to start giving significant time for this. You know? This is just how this goes. It's really sad, man. Right, and shout out to Brianna Williams. Yeah, he get robbed by the same homeboy filming, or the guys, the police. You said Meek Mills and Tory Lanez video. I haven't seen that. But yeah, this is what happens. It's really sad.
So I swipe the debit card information in.
Really, really sad. I want to talk about this too. I just heard in Texas they are banning the sale of weed, the THC. They mentioned this on the Breakfast Club. Let's check this out.
And I mentioned corruption. This is because of corruption. Think about what industries are most worried about THC products being readily available. Big beer, big tobacco, right? And so they were the ones pushing this THC ban because it hurts their bottom line, right? And a lot of research shows that THC, cannabis, these products are safer and less addictive than beer or tobacco. And so to me, this is a prime example of what corruption looks like. When you've got big industries buying politicians and pushing bills that harm people, but benefit them financially. And I think a lot of Texans, a lot of young Texans, a lot of our veterans, they use THC products for PTSD.
It's
Seniors
from the
use
earth,
it.
James.
Yeah,
it's in the Bible, the burning bush.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I mean,
That's not the burning bush.
well, I mean, they legalized hemp in Texas, I think it was 6 years ago, and this is now a booming industry in our state. I mean, these are local small businesses. This ban is a gift to the drug cartels because Texans are going to keep smoking weed. They're going to keep eating edibles. They're not going to stop because some politicians told them to. But now, instead of supporting a local small business, they're going to go get it on the black market.
They don't know what they're getting, what they're smoking, what's in it, or nothing.
Right. I mean, it just drives me crazy when you have these policies that clearly don't serve people, actively hurt people. I mean, things are so hard right now. Like Texans can't afford the basics. They can't get ahead no matter how hard they work or how much they save. And you're going to ban a product that gives them a little bit of peace. Like it just drives me crazy. We should be trying to make people's lives easier, not making their lives harder. Like that's the line.
Yeah, I have to agree with Senator Tallarico in that. These companies, these alcohol companies are losing money. They're losing billions of dollars because the kids and people, they might be doing a gummy, they're doing weed, right? So they come in with a nice buzz already, and they're not buying these drinks, they're not buying these liquors, and now they're banding together to stop it, which is crazy to me because when you look at it, there are more car accidents with people are full of alcohol, more fights, stabbings, shootouts. I mean, you name it. And then when you talk about the tobacco industry, we're talking about high rates of cancer. Like, what's going on here? What's going on? And for Texas to be like this big red state, supposedly Republican, and you don't want government regulations, for them to just come and just try to change the nature of the game is really sad. And I think that Texas will probably lose a lot of businesses in that state. And I would love to see what Joe Rogan would have to say, because Rogan is really big on that in Texas. He smokes weed all the time. And it will be interesting to see, because now this is a felony. Now they can probably bust into the mothership and lock everybody up now. And I don't know when this law kicks in, but it starts really, really soon. So that's just unbelievable. It shows you how they shake the tables in the game. And that same liquor company is the same liquor company that threw Diddy ass in jail. So we gotta stay woke out here, man.
And
we got to stay woke, y'all. You said, Dorita, what are we talking about? You got here late. We about 34 minutes in, we talked about the scammer that was scamming the NFL players that was found in the pool. We did a Spider-Man review. We just talked about weed being banned in Texas. You talked about a lot. You got to get here. I tried to drop it at 9 a.m. You wasn't here. $50 Cent recently went in on Courtney Kemp. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Let's take a look at this. So 50 was talking about Courtney Kemp. If y'all don't know who Courtney Kemp is, Courtney Kemp wrote Power, and she was real, the writer for a lot of these the 50 Cent universes, with Kanan and all these different shows. So let's see what he has to say about her.
At some points, when people have success for the first time in their career, sometimes they need it to be all as, right? So the difficult thing is if they have their success for the first time and it's a 50 Cent show, it is a 50 Cent show. Like publicly, people look at it like it's presented by 50 Cent. It's 50 Cent. The story is from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Everything is 50 Cent tied to the show. The music that's playing is 50 Cent. It got awkward for the writer, for the showrunner, because she felt like it was registering as a 50 Cent show instead of her show. And that turned into, it got weird with her behaviors and the things that was going on behind the scenes with her. And then it also was friction between her and Omari, because he was feeling like he was the lead and the star of the show. So she was having a problem with anybody who was leading the show because she felt like it was her show, like it was hers. And it was a show rightfully as a writer, but he is the star of the show. Omari would have died, Ghost Must Die, he would have died where Kanan died, that much earlier. She planned to kill Omari's character off right there. And I'm like, nah. I could feel how the general public was feeling about it, and I knew that was not the right decision. And I was saying, well, she said, well then, if he doesn't die, something has to happen, something big has to happen. And I'm like, me, like kill my character. Like, I got other shit to do. I could go be 50 Cent and then I don't have to be here anymore. Like, look, I took a pay cut to be there the entire time that I was on that show.
I find that very, very interesting. And I'm not saying what 50 is saying isn't true. I'm not saying it's correct. But, we are talking about 50 Cent here. And, I don't know if 50 is the easiest guy to work with in the same breath. I remember 50 kind of shitting on Omari on one podcast or something, saying, well, he don't have no motion right now and yada, yada, yada. And then I remember Omari kind of talking about what went on. They didn't want to give him producer credits. They didn't want to let him direct an episode. And now I believe Courtney Kemp has gone her own way because she signed deals with Netflix as well as Apple. And 50 is just, I guess, out of this big writer. Not to say he won't get another one, a rebound or whatever, but at the same time, it is 50 Cent. Now, I spoke on this and I said, look, 50 has a history of publicly bullying people. Yes, he loaned Omari some money at one time. I get it. But he has a history of publicly bullying and shaming people. And all of a sudden, these people are going at Courtney Kemp like she's the bad person. And what happens typically is, and this is a lesson that you could learn, that everybody can learn. When a person is more famous and bigger than you, as in 50 Cent versus Courtney Kemp, 50 is more famous, he's bigger, everybody's going to take the side of the person they perceive has the most fame and the most resources. no matter what he does, which is stupid to me. So, Courtney Kemp, we haven't heard her side of the story. However, we got to raise an eyebrow to Fifth at this point. And then it's like, well, why would you cut off your own water supply? Seemed like to me, which is very interesting. So I don't know. Where does G Unit Studios go from here? I really don't know. I will say that Power was good. I love Power. And I did tune out after Omari was killed off. The show really, to me, in the beginning of Power, it was really, really good. The chemistry was good. The actors were on point. And then it just started to go downhill. And I'm going to tell you when Power went downhill with me. When he started putting like random rappers on the show, when I saw rappers and people that weren't real actors making cameos, that's when I knew it was going downhill. And Raising Kanan, I believe, is that a Courtney Kemp show as well? Did Courtney write Raising Kanan? I mean, man, I'm going to be honest. I didn't really keep up with anything after Power with Omari, just because I got kind of bored of the drug dealing shows. Like every show is about selling dope and somebody in the hood, and it just got exhausting to me. I mean, every show, Raising Kanan, Power Book 1, 2, 3, 4. It just like it's all dope and black people hurting each other, and I just got tired of it. I would love to see him do comedies, romance. I'm trying to see if that's written by Courtney Kemp. Oh, Courtney Kemp did not create Power Book 3. Okay. Okay, so Sasha Penn. He is the creator and head writer. Who is Sasha Penn? Oh, that's Sasha Penn. Okay. Sasha Penn. That's who wrote it. So I guess he got the white boy, Sasha Penn, in there. So, hey, good luck to Fifth and the people over there.
At some points,
I'm just out of it. I'm lost. I don't even really watch TV, though. The one show I've been watching is Landman, which I think is an amazing show. But that's pretty much it for me. I'm not really watching a lot of shows. So yeah. So what up, y'all? Y'all give me something y'all want to talk about too. We doing this together. So chat, let me know something y'all want me to cover. Pull it up in chat. We'll go over it, and I will give you my thoughts on any topics y'all might have that y'all want to cover. So just let me know. The good brother Corey Holcomb had something to say. What's happening, Harvey Lee? Welcome back, bro. Where you been? Let's listen to Corey talk about this real quick.
Black people are leaving LA, man. Yeah. I don't know if y'all know the statistics. Black people are leaving Los Angeles, California.
In drones.
Man, Joe, black people moved out here for the most part, as I have read up on, in the 1940s, because there was work, and this was the industry.
Yeah.
They had industry work, they had building work, and a lot of people from Oklahoma and all them Jim Crow-ass states and shit, they came out here because we were able to find work. But they made us build this motherfucker, and the prices now are made where we can't afford to live here. Now, there are people, let me say this is a bold statement. People from other ethnicities, did I say that right? Ethnicities.
There you go. You did good.
They can live 2 and 3 families in one house.
Yeah.
Black people, in my opinion, have put in too much work for me and my brother and his family and my family to live together.
You ain't lying.
We ain't doing it like that. So motherfuckers is getting the fuck up out of here because they pricing LA out of the game. We bringing this up to talk about our brother Craig. Craig got to handle his business, man. This ain't sweet out here, man. I ain't gonna lie, dog, you make it in LA. You did something that's really a major accomplishment in life. Because that Greyhound station should be a movie show. I mean, a movie. Because you watch niggas get off that bus happy as hell. I'm finna get it.
Big bro, you not lying, man.
Couple of years later, they be out here on dope.
Because I done heard about people moving to other states, and because they had it so hard out here, they go and excel in them states that don't have shit going on.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Corey. The only thing I disagree with Corey on that is, like, it's not just black people. It's everybody moving out of LA. And I mean, as far as the industry is concerned, the industry doesn't exist. And I wish comedians would get that through their thick ass skull. Like, the industry doesn't exist. A lot of guys are still out there and shit, and they doing the dance and, you know, trying to kiss ass and do whatever they need to do to stay on. But the industry no longer exists. It doesn't exist. You know, to be an artist nowadays, you have to come fully equipped with a fan base, creative ideas, and you have to just have your own leverage. And Hollywood is nothing more than a bank that they'll see you and they'll give you a super high interest loan. And with that high interest loan comes their share of equity in your creative endeavors. But gone are the days when you're just walking around a good-looking person in LA and you just picked for a TV show, a movie show. Because even if that happens, 9 times out of 10, the show you on, ain't nobody watching the shit anyway. And I did a post in regards to that because I was talking about, like, my analytics. I probably had 20 million views or something crazy on Instagram, and I probably picked up 5,000 followers over the last 28 days. But I posted because I saw a lot of comedians posting their insights and analytics, and I posted it just to say, look, man, stop posting this shit because this doesn't necessarily help me sell one extra ticket. It doesn't help me sell one extra ticket. Yeah, you know, I'm around, people can see my face or whatever, but it's not what you think. And furthermore, the gatekeeping that I see going on, I've realized this. A gatekeeper is the gatekeeper you form in your mind. Like, even when you say the gatekeeper, who's a gatekeeper? There's not a gate. I make my own fucking fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to be begging to get on no show. Like, they had these guys that do these shows, and there's some older TV shows that nobody watches. And they gatekeeper shit that nobody watches. And it's really sad to see comedians try to tap dance and get on the show that nobody watches and nobody cares about, that has no cultural relevance in 2026. And these people try to hold that shit over your head like they doing you a favor. You're not doing me a favor, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Like, right now, if you are an artist, everything is at your fingertips. It's really no excuse. And most are not going to make it. This is just how this works. If everybody could be a Hollywood movie star, comedian, or some person that shows up and makes millions and millions of dollars, everybody would be that, and nobody would work. Nobody. So everybody's not going to make it. It's just not, the system is not designed to support that. So all you can do is just have fun with what you're doing, be thankful along the way. That's pretty much it. But the Hollywood dream has been dead. Hollywood dream been dead for over 10 years. And I've told y'all this before on this show. People be like, man, LeVar, you want to move to LA? No, I'm never moving to LA. For what? For what? I've done a movie. I done about 2-3 movies, some TV shows that nobody watches. I got more views probably on that Tubi movie I was on, Southside Hero, than actual Hulu shows and movies. So basically right now in the entertainment business, you just need to go where the eyeballs are, and the eyeballs are on your computer, on your phone. You don't have to go to LA to starve anymore. You don't have to go to New York to starve anymore. That shit for the birds. And nobody cares. Like, you could be the regular at any club, Mothership, Cellar, Comedy Store. That shit doesn't help you sell no goddamn tickets. None of it does. Oh, man, shout out to No Guarantees. You saw me on Sneakerheads. Man, that's what's up, man. That's crazy. You've been rocking with me for a minute, boy. Sneakerheads was cool. Good experience. But I'm just saying, bro, like, man, ain't nobody, bro, please. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Hollywood used to have it on lock because Hollywood was a monopoly on attention. That's where Hollywood won. When they first came out with TV, and we had this box, and these figures would come live on this box, and you see them moving and acting inside that box. Everybody didn't have the key to get on that box. Everybody can get on this right here, though. Everybody. You see this phone? Every person can get on this phone and get eyeballs. Everybody. So it's just it's a wash. Shit, that's just the truth. That's just the truth, bro. And then as AI picks up, you're gonna have AI actors and actresses. It's just what it is. Because it's economies of scale. So what will end up happening, this is how AI will eventually win in the television and film landscape. The way it's going to win is, like I said, economies of scale. So if we go out and produce a movie as humans and we're acting in the movie, well, I got to get a camera crew. We got to hire the actors. We got to do SAG-AFTRA rates. We got to do rates for the cameraman. We got to get craft services. I got to get cranes, equipment, trailers. Oh, God. I got to get hotels for people to stay in. The budget's just rack up and up and up and up. So if I shoot a show for $1 million an episode, because these shows run about $1 million an episode, which is cool. We shoot $1 million an episode show. But then a guy has a show similar, and his show he makes for $10,000 an episode because it's just him and 6 AI people, AI designers or whatever. And then both of these shows come out, and both of them are getting the same amount of eyeballs, and both of them getting the same advertising dollars. Well, the one that was made for $10,000 per episode is 10 times more profitable. So now the bank, being Hollywood, they're going to shift those dollars to more of those productions. This is how it happens. It's not a thing of feeling. It's just what it is. So, shout out to Ho. Oh, you saw me in Country Wayne. Yeah, that's another one too. Shout out to Country Wayne. Yeah, I did a few of them joints. They hit me up to do them. Shout out to everybody over there in the Country Wayne camp. But yeah, man, it's, this just where we at. Like, the game done changed, man. And the only people that don't want to admit it are the ones in LA. They want to lie to themselves. California going up to, I think the minimum wage in Cali right now is $25 an hour. $25 an hour minimum wage. You're just going to accelerate more of this. This is what's going to happen in Cali. See this guy? He had the Tesla That's crazy. So the Tesla robot right now, the guy played with the Tesla robot. The Tesla robot played back. So California is just going to accelerate this due to high minimum wage. So if you own a restaurant, it'll be cheaper for you to buy the robot than to hire a staff at $25 an hour. I mean, LW, what will it take to make it as a creative? You just have to, you're going to have to learn how to do it all, man. You can't just, it's not enough just to be a comedian. It's not enough just to be an actor. It's not enough just to be a singer. Your ass got to be like in my case, you got to be the comedian, the manager, the agent, the showrunner, the content creator. You have to wear all the hats. That's it. Because you have to build a fan base. You got to be able to get eyeballs to have some type of leverage because they're not fucking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you have to, like, I definitely have to do it because I just can't beg. I don't like asking people for shit. I'm not gonna ask. So I much rather just work my ass off and be exhausted than to be begging and asking and trying to put myself in situations which are not by design and not by God. You know what I mean? Because everything I've been on, bro, it's been a blessing. It wasn't forced. It just happened. You know what I mean? It wasn't me begging. See, a lot of cats are beg. You got niggas begging. When I say begging, to the point it's just exhausting. Like that's their strategy, just to beg. Beg, beg, beg. And it really never works out because that's just not what's meant for you. But you keep forcing yourself into these situations. This is really sad, man. Luca, well, thank you for paying for your dog food at the pharmacy at CVS, APBT Diesel. That's why I don't work there no more. So go ahead, ring your dog food up and look the pharmacist deep in the eye. Okay? Man, they can add that shit like, bruh. Woo! Man. I'm about to drop an old stand-up clip on my YouTube page, too. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it's an older one. So that's going to come out today, y'all. So Luka Doncic is getting robbed by his baby mama. She wants $40 million and $10 million for her 2 kids. And she also wants to reduce Luka Doncic's custody. Man, it is so sad, bro. Like, I feel sorry for Luka, man. Why does she need $40 million for herself and $10 million? It's crazy. Met at age 12, moved to the U.S. together, built a family. Now she wants $50 million and more custody. Ain't that some shit? And let me tell you something. She was slick, bro. She was slick because they were living in Texas. Luka was living in Texas playing for the Dallas Mavericks. And in Texas, it's a cap. So it's a cap in Texas on child support. I think they capped like $3,500 or something like that. But she waited for him to sign to L.A. and just take his ass to the cleaners, man. But if I'm Luka, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? If I'm Luka got a lot of more years as a player. He's probably going to make $600-700 million, maybe even $1 billion as an NBA player. I go ahead and give her the money and move on. Because I promise you, she going to run out that bag, bro. She going to run out that bag about 2-3 years. So just go and give it to her. That's really the worst thing that could happen. You go sign the check. Here you go. You got what you want and just move on. Don't even fight with her. Don't even fight. It ain't even don't even fight. Give her the money. Give her the damn money, man. Just give it to her and move along. Because you gonna make that back times 10. That's out here. I'll be like, you know what? Here you go. Here you go. Michael Jordan how much did Michael Jordan give Juanita? Michael Jordan gave Juanita 160. That boy went on to make what, $3 billion. So there you go. There you go. Because she going to run out that shit, buddy. You better believe it. I'll go ahead and settle that shit. I'll probably try to, maybe his attorney get it down about 25 or something like that. Call it a day. I wouldn't fight. Here you go. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. That's the best thing he could do. Don't fight. Give her everything she want. Because once she get that money, she ain't gonna know what to do. She's not gonna know what's she gonna do? Grow a business? What? She not gonna be able to keep up with her lifestyle. She gonna spend it all. You gonna get that $50 million one time, baby? What you gonna do? Because honestly, you would think she'd be smart, take the $50 million, put it up, let the principal take care of her for the rest of her life, but she's not going to do that. She's going to blow through it. And then the vulture's going to come out. They're going to get her in some business opportunity. They're going to just eat all the money up, bro. This is what's going to happen. So, if you listen to that, man, just go and give it to her. I just want to say to this guy, so these are the people that have been added to Yella Beezy's case. Yella Beezy is currently incarcerated for the murder of Mo3 or whoever. And these are all the witnesses coming to testify. So Yella Beezy, you're done. They about to cook his ass. He's never going to see the light of day. I'm so glad a lot of the streets are getting cleaned up with these rappers who have like took out other rappers. And they need to pay the ultimate price. You know, just to teach a lesson to the kids, man, because I think rap music, like a lot of this rap music, bro, it was like you damn near couldn't get a deal unless you got a body on you. You need a body to get a deal. So I'm glad it's in reverse at this point. This has been great. It's been a great show. What y'all thought about today's show? I'm about to get out of here. I think we kind of covered everything I needed to cover. I think I'm done. I think I'm done on this happy Friday, y'all. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. This has been a groovy show. Thank you, Nanya. As always, the show don't even begin till Nanya B's Nest comes in here. Shout out to No Guarantees. I appreciate all y'all for the love, man. It's been another episode of the LeVar Walker Show podcast, man. Y'all make it a great weekend, and I'm going to see you guys Monday.